Hello, everyone. I haven't done one of these in a minute, but I think it's a really important message for those people that take heed and listen and really have ears to hear. I posed a question on Facebook. Why do 10% of people control 90% of wealth? And I'm not gonna lie, yes, I'm a conspiracy theorist, right? Like some other people. Some stuff don't make logical sense, but honestly, true reality of why 10% of people control 90% of the wealth is because of knowledge. Um, our people will perish for their lack of knowledge. So a lot of these keys that you got from the Bible that some of y'all are throwing out, and even from your parents, I'm just looking at how things are now, and I'm looking at what people are doing, and I feel like many people have moved away from their foundations. Not like a lot of us have it, but we just don't see it. So you look at things like what your parents told you. I think when my grandma told you, see everybody else running this direction, you go the other. So, and I look around, everybody's in panic and mass hysteria and buying tissue, but you see the wealthy like buying stocks and stuff. And let me say, not just stocks. Like I work at a large financial institution, so there are many instruments of wealth. Stocks and bonds are just really the tip of the iceberg. So you want to become an intelligent investor. So, at a financial institution, a major of these financial institutions, you make money regardless. Stocks are down, you make money. Stocks go up, you make money. Like it just really taking the time and studying and learning these things and learning the fundamentals and kind of growing with the fundamentals. The same thing with foreign exchange. Foreign exchange, forex, is actually currency. So another thing I want you guys to do too. I know a lot of multi-level marketing and all this stuff they're um, getting really high, but there's a difference between like a Kobe Bryant, God bless the dead, or LeBron James of basketball. Another thing that y'all are doing is y'all want to start this today and become a millionaire tomorrow, and then there's a subtraction of like putting in the work ethic and putting in the studying and all the time that you become a master at something. So master it, and then you can be an intelligent investor. You won't, even when you get money, you'll keep it because you know how to preserve wealth. So let me tell you some of the places that I started that helped me a lot. I also like audiobooks. Some of y'all like to read. It's fine when you're a child. There's stories you can have by a campfire, and when you do audiobooks, you can multitask. You could drive, you could clean, you could do all these things. So one thing, well, actually, in the Rich Dad Poor Dad series, Rich Dad Poor Dad, to me, that's the beginning, that's the foundation, right? Another great book, Robert Kiyosaki. I love him. He's actually one of my favorite ones. So Rich Dad Poor Dad, I read in college. Now I'm finally the last yeah, probably the last year or so. About the last 2 years, I've been actually applying his principles that I learned way back 10, 20 years ago. I don't know how long ago it was the college meant. But you want to get, so this is employee, self-employed, business owner, investor. You want to get to this quadrant, the business owner and the investor. And another great book, Guide to Investing. So after you understand, you read the original Rich Dad Poor Dad, you shift your mindset. Then you get to another thing. This is the mindset of the how. And a lot of these are basic fundamentals. Like I said before, I worked at a financial institution. I only knew there were stocks and bonds. Again, maybe not mil, but there's a lot of financial instruments that you can use. Another great book, Thinking Fast and Slow, David Kahneman. So this is a really good book as well too. So a lot of y'all need to slow down and absorb knowledge, and that's what differentiates yourself. That's really the reality. So if you have the opportunity to work from home, if you're that blessed, or if you have the opportunity where you're not really doing something else and you just have the time. I'm not saying all work and no play either. I'm a person that definitely preaches balance and harmony. But if your balance is all entertainment and stuff like that, you can't get mad when someone who studied like and got themselves to where they are. You have to make a sacrifice. So a lot of people want it all and not willing to sacrifice Netflix or something like that. Who cares? The show is going to be there. So still, I'm never saying put studying and stuff over your kids and stuff like that. But I'm saying to get where you want, you need to be willing to sacrifice. Same thing. I'm an engineer, so if I was at the library or studying, or like I study a lot, I can't like in general. I'm always studying, so I'm actually learning to balance play within my life. So that's where I'm off balance. But it took sacrifices to be get into a specialized, highly intelligent worker. Now I'm finally building the foundation for to make my money work for me. So the same way that I got to being a highly specialized, skilled worker, that's the same way I'm going with this intelligence. So another rule in investing: don't start off like, even though to me, and I'm not a financial advisor. Let me make that clear. But to me, it's a great, phenomenal, awesome time to buy stock, because you're seeing stuff that have been the lowest it's ever been in history, and some stuff that you even hit these lows in over 10 years. But what I will say, number one rule of investing for long term, especially when you're starting off, never spend as much as you're not willing to lose. So it's okay if you spend $100 at a club. You would be spending $100 at a club anyway, or on some BS, or drive through, or whatever. So even if it's start off with $100, $200. Like also in some of my links here, I have like the Acorns app. Download that and Robinhood and play around with it. So, and then I also want to thank a lot of people that helped put me on this path to really like clear, and my focus and thinking. So Pretty Boss TV, I'm also joining something called Wealth Builder. So these are really, 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 really some awesome guides. But peace and blessings, y'all. If you hear this message heated, I mean, now you have time. And like I said, not everybody wants to read and stuff like that. So listen to an audiobook. I thought about how many times I'm going to listen to the same record over and over again. Listen to some audiobook to get some knowledge. Be efficient with your time. All right. Peace and love, y'all.